What's up, motherfuckers? um, I'm back for the review. Been a couple weeks. I delegated again. This time to fucking Brian and Cheese, and they can't get it done. The Gators and Raymond couldn't get it done before. Brian and Cheese can't get it done. I mean, what the fuck? I guess I just gotta do it all myself. Can't delegate anything anymore. Bunch of retards don't know how to work a fucking computer or YouTube or anything. Anyway, I'm gonna jump right in. We missed last week, so there's been a little shift in the playoff scenery. Not too much, but we still got Forbot at the top, 8-1, no longer undefeated. We've got Steven and Augie, both 6-3. Steven has about 23 more points than Augie. Then we got, rounding out the playoffs, 3 teams at 5-4. We got Leonard, John Gata, and Raymond. Raymond is somehow 5-4 despite only having 960 points on the year. Everyone else in the playoffs has over 1,100. He's probably not going to make the playoffs because I'm sneak in and steal that 6 seed. Anyway, now the non-playoff spots for now. We got 4 teams at 4-5. Dustin, me, Cheese, and Tyler. Dustin has about 8 points on me, so that's pretty huge. And then Cheese and Tyler both are in the 900s, just like Raymond, so I'm not really worried about them. Then rounding out the bottom, we got Brian 2-7 and his brother 1-8. God, what a shitty family to be a part of, huh? Moving on to the awards, it's been a while. Shit start of the week goes to Brian, playing Chris Hogan, getting 0 points. There's a reason you're on the bottom, buddy. Performance of the week, highest point total was me, playing Michael Thomas, 33.1. He had 12 catches over 200 yards. He already was going off when he got that 75-yard touchdown, so that was nice. Should have pulled out Dustin, playing the Rams D. This one's big because the Rams D got -6 points. Dustin lost by 8. So if you play any competent D and just get 3 points from a defense, you would have got the win, and you would be sitting in the playoffs right now. I mean, it's the Rams D, but they're playing the Saints, so definitely would have pivoted there. So you should have pulled out, bro. Waiver wire chocolate. I found 2 pieces of chocolate on the waiver wire. Got that Fitz Magic getting me 24 points, and the Titans D getting me 12. A waiver wire D Dustin could have picked up. Dustin did pick up 1 piece of chocolate, that Marquez Valdez-Scantling, USF alum. Let's go. Getting 11.6 points. Cheese picked up another viable defense Dustin could have got. The Miami defense getting 24 points. And Andrew picked up Ben Watson getting 13.7. Very nice waiver wire plays. And then we got the poop. Leonard picking up and playing Cole Beasley, 3.1 points, chasing the points there from the week before. Got Brian picking up and playing, is it Maher or Maher? I don't know. The shitty Dallas kicker getting 1 point. And we got Dwayne Allen getting 2.6 points. Must have had to pick him up and play him because Gronk wasn't playing. And then Cheese picked up and played Hopkins, not DeAndre, the kicker, on I don't even remember what team he's on. 2 points, though, so not a good kicker. And the Rodney King Award goes to Andrew, getting his ass whooped by 50.4 points. Ouch. That is a Rodney King beating if I ever seen one. Moving on. John Gata versus me. I got a much needed win against old shit trades to keep my playoff hopes alive. I thought he had me early because Mahomes and the Bears defense was going off, so I thought I was screwed. But then I got a little garbage time Fitzmagic. Then I got 33 points from Michael Thomas, and then Melvin Gordon decided he finally wanted to play this week after a few weeks off, and he got me 18. They all helped me put up the second highest score of the week. And John's squad lays an egg against me, which is good for me. Tariq Cohen flopped. Thielen finally didn't go over 100 yards. He actually only had 22 yards, which is pretty crazy. And, excuse me. Amari Cooper's alive, though. I'm surprised he played him, to be honest. Moving on, Augie versus Farbod. This was huge. Battle of a couple playoff teams, and down goes the champ. Our defending champ was looking for that ever-elusive undefeated season, but Augie destroyed those dreams. I think it's kind of funny how, Gurley finally doesn't go off and Farbod gets his first loss. I don't know, do you? Gurley's carrying him. Must be nice to be lucky and have the first pick. Farbod didn't even break 100. Augie had Rodgers, James White, Tyreek the Freak, Greg Olsen, Zeke, and Tucker all in double digits. That's some solid consistency right there. Farbod just had Gurley, Edelman, and Kelsey in double digits. Pretty solid team. Then we have Raymond versus Steven, and I can't believe Steven really let the new brother-in-law beat him. That's a big power move from the new family member right there. And, look out at Thanksgiving, Gators, because Raymond, he just took the head seat at the table. He had Cooks, Brady, Ito, Smith, and the Vikings D in double digits. And Steven had a big game from Matt Ryan, but that's about it. Steven did have some key players on bye. And it was a close game, but he didn't break 100, and just not a good look when you're trying to do things in the playoffs coming up. Tyler versus Brian, and look out, guys. Tyler isn't dead. He's on a little streak. He's won 3 in a row. He was 1-5. Now he's 4-5. Still in the hunt. His playoff hopes are still alive, and he's starting Alfred Blue and Derrick Henry at running back. That's pretty gross. Didn't matter, though, because he's got Julio, who finally scored his first touchdown on the year in Week 9. But, hey, maybe it'll get the ball rolling for him. He also has OJ, who is a straight stud when Fitzpatrick is throwing the ball. I don't know about Jameis, though. Brian got over 25 points from both Tevin Coleman and Duke Johnson, who, little known fact, Brian has a huge boner for. I feel like Duke Johnson's on Brian's team every year. Kind of like shit trades and old Pierre Garçon. But he gets over 25 from both those guys. He still loses, probably because he sucks at life. And the rest of his team only got single digits. Moving on, Dustin and Cheese. Oh, what could have been. We already kind of talked about the heartbreak. Really just sucks for Dustin because of that -6 from his defense and how close this match was. He had Breeze and Kamara both get 31 points. How do you lose when that happens? Cheese's highest score was that waiver wire chocolate, the Miami D, 24 points. And this didn't really matter, but why the hell did Cheese, why'd you play Baker over Cam when Cam's playing against the Bucks D? the worst D in the league. A little baffling move, but luckily it didn't cost him. And hey, he's got Jordan Howard and Jordan Howard and Keenan Allen, and they're both still alive. They finally have some big games. Jordan Howard had 2 touchdowns, I believe. Keenan Allen had a big yardage game, and he just needs to find the end zone. And then finally, Leonard versus Andrew. Lenny puts up the highest score of the week and just smacks last place Andrew to make a statement that he belongs in the playoffs. I mean, he's got a freaking workhorse stable of running backs. Hunt, McCaffrey, and James Conner is just a solid core. They all go over 25 points. And Leonard is looking like a team to be feared. And not much to say about Andrew. It's just been a rough year. And his team name is still the Sound of Revenge, but there is no revenge anytime soon. So finally, guys, we're going to move on to this week's matchups. It's some pretty important matchups, actually. So first we have me versus Dustin. We're both 4-5. This could be the matchup of who's sneaking in that last playoff spot or not. So this is really important. It's a pretty even line right now. Of course, I mean, I'm going to pick myself. Hopefully I'll win. Then we got another big matchup. First and second seed right now. Steven 6-3 versus Forbad 8-1. And surprisingly, Forbad is the underdog. Steven gets some really good, his solid players coming back from the bye. And I think Steven pulls the upset. Moving on, Andrew versus Cheese. Cheese is still fighting for that playoff spot, and he gets the Andrew bye, so lucky him. Then we got Brian 2-7 versus Augie 6-3. This is really lucky for Augie too. However, that line is currently even, which is kind of surprising me, but I think Augie beats Brian pretty easily, and that's good for him because if Forbad beats Steven, then he can jump into the second seed. Then we got another battle of some playoff teams. Leonard 5-4 versus Raymond 5-4. Raymond is a huge underdog, and we were just talking about how good Leonard's team is. I think Leonard's going to smack him, so whoever wins between me and Dustin will jump into that 6th spot. And then finally we got Tyler 4-5 versus John Gata 5-4. That line is also even. This is a big game for both teams. Can Tyler keep the streak going? I hope so, because screw John. And that's it. I will not be delegating ever again. Although, shit, I don't know. I might need to see if I can delegate next week. Got a lot going on Tuesday, or I'll just have to do the review Wednesday next week. Actually, I'll just do it Wednesday because I can't trust any of you dumb fucks. Have a great night. Till next time, bitches.